Hello, everyone, and welcome to 2023. It's the World Cup year for the women. We're hosting. It's very exciting. My name is Darren. I'm an admin here at SEQFC. I'm going to have a chat to Liam tonight on the Village Law SEQFC preview.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Liam. How you going?
Oh, mate, I'm very well, thank you very much. Also looking forward to the World Cup this year. I think I've got every ticket to every Suncorp game. I'm flying around for the Matildas down south, so I'm in it. I'm up to my armpits in Women's World Cup.
Really are an Uber fan, aren't you?
Expensive. Back pay came at a good time, and we were cashed up, and we're going. So yeah, very excited. Watch the space for updates.
Good stuff. I haven't bought a single ticket yet. I should probably pull my finger out.
They're actually very reasonably priced. Actually, I think $20 or $30 for the group games. I think it was $80. I think for the final in Sydney. So they're actually pretty reasonably priced.
That is quite good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the off season first.
Yes.
What's caught your eye, Liam?
Oh, look, I'm actually quite surprised about how quiet some of the clubs have actually been with their signings. There's the usual clubs, but I think there's just been a number of clubs that have been very quiet, like Penn Power especially have been very quiet about their signings. Are they going in with the same women's squad they did last season? Honestly, I don't know. Same with the men. They haven't made many men's announcements as well. I think there was a. I don't think that nothing particularly really caught my eye. I think there was a couple of results in pre-season as that were kind of a bit of a shock as well. I think, Pride, again, going back to Pride, they've played a few pre-season games there. They had a couple of mixed results. So look, but clubs have been very quiet in the off season with their pre-season results. And with their signings, so I don't know what's going on out there. Do you think there's been very quiet, that just not showing their hand, or?
They probably just haven't appointed a social media.
Well, there is that, isn't there? You know.
No one's put their hand up for it.
Yeah. But I don't know whether I'm reading that wrong, or because I'm pretty much a social media whore. You know, I'm always on social media, you know me, mate. And I don't know, it's just I'm just haven't noticed much at all. I mean, things have been very quiet. If you weren't out there seeking games, and you weren't out there actually physically watching the games in preseason, especially, there's not much chat going around for sure.
I will agree with you on the men's front that yes, it has been a reasonably quiet off season.
Yeah.
However, the big things for me have been on the women's side of things.
Yes.
Gary French stepping up at Gold Coast Knights. Gold Coast Knights now have a women's team, and Gary French doesn't do things by halves. He's got a good squad going. Rochdale Rovers have now got a women's team, which is absolutely fantastic. So great that women get to experience playing at Thunderwood Park, which I think
absolutely. And that's a long time coming too, isn't it? To be honest, isn't it?
It is, yes.
For a club of their stature in South Queensland football, it's surprising to hear that it's taken them this long to actually get women into gear and get them going. You know.
On the negative side, Taringa, who've always been strong in women's football, have pulled out of the FQPL 3.
Yeah. That look. I don't know. Like I was having a chat with someone the other day there. I think at Briggs Road, and I think and I asked the question about these clubs pulling out, and is the competition being too diluted with competitive footballs? You know, is it being diluted? I mean, there's always plenty of men out there playing. There's plenty of women playing out there as well. Absolutely, 100%. Plenty of girls coming through. But how many women are just wanting to play social? Nothing wrong with that. And actually want to get, actually do want to do well with their football. Is that being diluted too much? I don't know, because I mean we'll talk about it later, I suppose. But I think the FQPL one competition probably isn't going to be as strong as it was last year. Because of that. But it's a shock that for Taringa to go down for sure.
Yes, and on the men's side of things, again, we're talking about clubs pulling out. We've got Toowong not fielding a top team, and now Clairvaux joining them, and
that's just recent, isn't it?
Not putting out a top team, which is
and
it's very unexpected, isn't
it? It is. But on the other hand, you have to look at it from a licensing point of view. The clubs just can't afford the licensing costs, and it maybe just doesn't fit the clubs, the way they operate. So, they're doing it to keep the clubs surviving, of course, but at the expense of top competition, and of course that then throws the ladder out of whack, and then people promoted and they're relegated and they're back up again and down again. It's but let's hope that they can get those clubs back up and running again like they have been.
Yeah, clubs like Brighton, who have had 2 promotions in the past 2 years, and they didn't finish in the promotion spots in either of them.
Yeah,
so
I know, yeah. I don't know. What do you do?
All right. So look, there's not been a great deal of football yet. Lots of trial games, bit of cup action. The NPL women's has kicked off.
Yes.
Did you take in results, Liam? Did you see? Was there anything that you liked?
I liked the look of Mitchelton. Last year they came flying, like the second half of that season. They were flying, and I'm not surprised at all that they led Lions there for the little bit that they did. And with their American import re-signing again for this season, it might be a question of how long that Mitchelton might be able to hang on to her. Her name escapes me. I'm sure someone will tell us in the comments when we post. Is that terrible? I can't think of her name. American import girl, very fantastic player. She scored many goals for Mitchie last year in the back half of the season. And look, she's very, very good. And I don't think Mitchie will be able to hold on to her. I think Lions will probably snap her up. I really do think that Lions or Penn Power, maybe they were unlucky to miss out on her last year. I don't know, because there was a number of American girls, and I think in the Penn Power last year. But so Mitchelton looking pretty good. I think they ended up losing 2-1 in the end to Lions. But it was a good game, good solid hit out by both teams. They both played good football, good attacking football. So if we can think of that girl's name between now and the end of the show.
Her name is Callie Purifoy.
That's it. That's the girl's name I couldn't pronounce when I was doing Briggs Road commentating last season. Purifoy or something. Yeah. Carly. Yeah.
40 goals last season in the FQPL one.
Yeah. And I think I think she's back in it. Well, she's the only one that's really that seems to be scoring goals. Last year for Mitchelton, with the occasional other one thrown in. But she'll be snapped up for sure. I think by some clubs with a bigger budget.
I'm reliably informed, Liam, that she's Mitchelton loyal.
Well, I hope, and you know what? And we've had this discussion off shows, in chats, on shows, the whole thing. I think the big problem with football is a lack of loyalty to clubs. I think as soon as a coach leaves a club, everyone follows the coach, and then they go around South East Queensland. They all sign up together, they all leave together, which I think sucks for clubs. If she's the exception to the norm and she stays with Mitchelton, more power to her, and I hope it happens. I really do. I think it's something that needs to be seen more of, is more players being loyal to their clubs.
Let's have a look at that competition, Liam, and throw out a few predictions. Can you see anyone challenging Lions this season?
No, I can't. I can't see anyone challenging Lions again. I think, look, people have their ideas on Lions and etc. and with how they can afford these players and how they keep playing some great players. And does that make sense? I don't know. But look, at the end of the day, the other clubs have got to step up. They spend a lot of money on their men's program, with the exception to the women's program. Maybe spend a little bit less on your men. Let's start supporting the women in your club more. Start spending less on the men. Let's do more with the women. We've got a World Cup this year. Let's start getting some other clubs up there to challenge Lions. It's not Lions' fault. Lions have got what they got because they're good at it. They got all the top people. Good luck to them. Other clubs have got to step up. What you got to do that, I don't know, but other clubs have got to challenge them. Simple as that. But
and who do you think the challenges will be this season, Liam?
I think Lions will blitz everything. I think the closest challenger to Lions will be Capalaba. I think Mitchelton will be in the top 4. I've got them finishing in the top 4, and the Sunny Coast Wanderers as well. That's my top 4.
Okay, Gold Coast United for me to be the nearest challenger.
Yep.
With Capalaba and maybe oh geez, you could throw a blanket over the rest. Penny Power.
Yeah.
Chiltern, Olympic.
Yeah.
All right. In this competition, the QAS cannot go down.
Yes.
And if you come last, you're automatically relegated. If you come second last, you have playoff with the team that comes second in FQPL1. Who do you think those two clubs might be, Liam?
Okay, I think going down from NPLW will be South and Olympic. I think again with Gary going to tonight. Look, I think Trent will run a tight ship there at South. But I just think that with Gary gone there, I think there's a bit of experience gone there, and I think South. I hate to say that Trent because Trent and I get on pretty well, and I haven't actually talked to him about this, but yeah, I think Trent and Souths are going to put in they're going to. Unfortunately, I think that they're going to fall just short, and of course Olympic as well. I think they'll go down. That's my 2.
Wanderers and Souths for me, but as per usual, guys, prove us wrong.
Yes,
just predictions.
Yes. I don't think we've ever got the predictions right. How did we go last year? Did we? I don't know how we went last year.
I got everything right last year. Everything.
Did you really?
No.
You have me convinced, man, because I'm like, I don't think that's right. I don't know. I mean, and it's hard, because I mean, they're one game in. Pre-season, clubs have been very quiet. It's very hard to try and get a gauge as to what's happened. And I think you've seen Gold Coast United women play, haven't you? Was it you?
Not in the women, just in the men.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let's turn now to the men, and we'll make the bold calls on that competition.
Yeah.
And that'll be it for tonight. So the NPL men, who do you like, Liam? You mentioned before, it's been pretty quiet, so there's a lot of stability. You'd have to assume that there's a lot of stability within the clubs there. Who do you fancy?
Yeah. Look, I've got Knights winning it this year. Gold Coast Knights winning it this year. They got Lions in second, Gold Coast United third, and Penn Power in fourth. That's my top 4, and relegated. We read the competition rules before we started. You
did?
You Googled very, very well, and we couldn't see anywhere in those competition rules, except the part where it says at Football Queensland's discretion, where Raw can't, where they can be relegated this season. There's nothing to say that there's no rules to say that they can't, unlike QAS. So look, again, off air we had a chat, but I still think it'll be. I think it'll be Raw and East going down. I did have Redlands and East going down because I had Raw/Redlands, depending what the Raw situation was. But I think Raw and East will go down. You have a different opinion of that though.
I do. I think with the Raw being that squad's in their second year of development, they normally improve year on year. And I also understand that the Raw will be throwing a few players from their senior side into this competition as well, just to get them some match practice. So I think they'll be a lot stronger than they were last year, and I predict mid-table obscurity for the Raw.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
So who was your top 4, and who was your relegation for NPL?
Look, I just think it's crazy to go against Lions. They just it's the default position for the men and women at the moment. So
Yeah.
Lions top. I did predict Olympic last year. That was fraught with danger. Oh, wouldn't it be funny, Liam, if Olympic did it this year? Ben Carr leaves, and then Olympic go and win trophies.
Yeah, I haven't even got them finishing in the top 4.
Haven't you? Okay.
No.
Look, I get a sneaky feeling that something's going to happen there. So I might tip Olympic for the grand final this year. But so Lions first, Knights second.
Who's second, sorry?
Knights, Gold Coast Knights
Oh, yep,
second.
yep.
Penny Power third. Olympic fourth. Gold Coast United fifth. I have seen Gold Coast United in pre-season. I like what I see. I think they're going to give the comp a good shake this year.
You reckon Gray had a year there where he could rebuild a bit, and he's got his squad ready, and he's doing well, you think?
Yeah, so he's got a good squad that's been growing together, and a few good signings to go with them. Mitch Nichols has found a home. He looks fantastic in pre-season.
Yeah.
He's the big fish in the pond now.
Yep.
At Olympic, he sort of couldn't quite find his place. He's found his place at Gold Coast United. I think he's going to have a great season.
Well, let's see how we go. Also, too, just coming back to Lions, it's good to see that they've got four of the championship winning ex-Western Pride lads in there. I think someone mentioned to me last week that Jesse Rigby is now signed with Lions as well.
Very good.
I don't know how accurate that is. Again, that's just a couple of people chatting at Briggs Road. I don't know, but because I haven't seen anything officially mentioned. So maybe I'll have egg on my face when he props up at Gold Coast. I don't know, but I don't know if that's a rumor, a tremor. But that's what I've heard. Yeah. So
who do you have going down, Liam?
NPL. I had Raw and Easts going down.
Raw and Easts.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go Redlands.
Yeah.
And Moreton Bay United.
Moreton Bay. Yeah. Okay. You reckon they've had a bit of a fall from grace, a bit like Pride have over the years after championship winning 2017?
Look, they're gonna prove me wrong. They're going to prove me wrong. It's a wrong prediction.
I like to be proven wrong because it means people are watching and listening.
I just get a feeling that this might be the down year for them.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
But as I said, they'll probably prove me wrong.
Cool. Well,
all right. Anything else we need to mention before we wrap up this very quick season?
Well, do we want to have a look at the Kappa Pro Series at all, or you reckon that's not far? We're not really that much into that yet, or
we can have a look at that. What do you think of the competition occurring?
I love it. I'd like to see the women get their own Australia Cup as well, because that would give them more football. But I think the more football that the clubs play, the better. I think then it comes down to how well you look after your squad, who you sign, who you don't sign. There's a middle of the season there where they have a window open, hey, because it doesn't go with the FA or UEFA anyway.
Yeah, so playing it various weeks throughout the season.
Yeah. No, but
so it splits the year up.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think it's good that they have their own knockout competition. That's only just with us. That's only with the Queensland clubs. I think that's more football the better for development, and I think that it's starting to come in line with what Football Australia have wanted, and that is more clubs, more players playing more games, getting experience up. So I think this will be a fascinating because you'll have some of these clubs here that will get kicked out or that will miss out on Australia Cup games, pretty well early on in the season. So to have this going as well, and this is pool games as well. It's not just knockout. So it's there's 4 pools: Pool A, B, C, and D. And so it's all and it's all got a table, and it's all whoever top 2 I think play the next top two of the next, and eventually it goes down around, I think, round of 16 or round or whatever, and finals and all that. So I think it's good. I think it's excellent. So those pool games especially just gives them extra games to play. So,
but with the FQ takeover of Football Brisbane, we lost the Kamali Cup, didn't we? So it's good to have it replaced.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's good to see. But it's only select clubs. It's not all clubs. I think it's only the top. I think it's FQ. I think it's NPL, and God, I wish I'd call it NPL2 or NPL. Why are they going to call it FQPL? So it's such a bloody mouthful. So the top two comps. I think that's pretty much who I can see that is in it right now as I scroll through. So, I mean, it's not there for everybody, but it's there to keep the top teams and the top competitions playing against top clubs, which only improves your football. So, yeah. So we've had one round of that so far, from what I can see here. So we have Pool A, win to Penn Power, Surface Paradise, and Moreton Bay United over Sunny Coast Fire there. So Pool B, we had Pride defeated Ace 3-0, Knights defeated Strikers 3-2. That would have been a good game to watch, I think. I think it sounds like Strikers played pretty well against that, against Knights, and Raw went down against City 1-0. Just quickly, Group C. A bit of Gold Coast United beat Capella 5-2. Bit of a baptism of fire there for Brian Hastings and his club there. New to the team. But a lot of those guys have played together over the years in various clubs. So I think he'd be pretty disappointed with that. But again, it's pre-season. It's almost like a pre-season hit out, really, isn't it? But Olympic defeated Mitchelton 3-0. And Rovers hammered Caboolture 5-0. So we'll just go to the last pool there. Just bear with me. Lions defeated Redlands 2-0. Wyndham Wolves and East had a draw. And Eagles actually defeated Thunder 2-0. So some interesting results there.
There we go. All right, we might leave it there for now, Liam.
Yeah.
One thing to point out, the tipping competition, it is happening. Just got to, talking to the vendor, it always takes him a day or two to respond to me. So we will have it up and running, certainly by the time the men's competition starts. But for the women's, we may occur about round 2, round 3. So hopefully we'll have it up and running soon. Remember, lots of prize money up for grabs there. And we'll have lots of other various things happening during the season. So
last year's tipping comp, how many people are involved with that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe 30.
Wow, that's all right.
So the odds are quite good if you take part. Then it's just top 3 prizes. So
is it cash or is it like shirts or the Kappa prizes or not Kappa? What are these sponsors? I should know.
We've got a fantastic sponsor who steps up and made sure everybody got paid. So it was good.
Oh, good, excellent.
All right. Let's look for this again this year, sponsoring the SEQFC preview show. We thank them for their support. We don't have a sponsor for photo of the week yet, so I'm offering it to Camera Pro. They still haven't got back to me, so if you're out there,
hello, Camera Pro. Yeah.
All right, so we'll end it there. Thank you very much for your time this evening, Liam.
Thank you for involving us all again this year, and let's hope we can get some good guests on and get some good goss, and it's always interesting. It's always fun. We always look forward to the post-show chats, don't we?
We do indeed, yes.
That's where everyone's relaxed and chilled, and that's when you go, ooh, what's going on there? So
that's when we find out the real stories.
Yeah. All right.
Good stuff. All right, guys, we'll be back next week. We'll have a few more guests and we'll preview a few more competitions. So in the meantime, get out there to a game, support your clubs, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.